What's up, everybody? My name is Key Air, and you are watching the important things that really matter. Today, we're going to be talking about part 2 of Artists, You Are the Business. Artists, You Are the Business. And today, what we're going to be going over is sales and marketing. Now, you might be asking the question, I'm an artist. Why do I need to know anything about sales and marketing? Well, that's a very good question. The reason why you need to know about sales and marketing is because you are an artist, you are the business, and as an artist, through your art to the public. And if you're in music like myself, you have to put together a CD through your creativity, or you might have a music video that you might want to sell. These are your products. And the wild thing about it is that you have to understand sales and marketing because your art produces these products that need to be sold. Part of sales and marketing is putting together a high quality music or video. You don't want to put all your heart into a music CD or a video and then find out later on it's not good quality and people don't want to buy your work. You got one chance. You have one chance to make a good impression on a customer. You got to put forth high quality work. You can't sit up here and go into Pookie and Ray Ray's ghetto hood rat basement studios and put together your CD, and Pookie and Ray Ray don't know really how to put together a CD. You're only spending $35 an hour of studio time for them to put this stuff together, and they did a horrible job in mixing your CD. It's got to be high quality. You have one impression on people, and it's got to be a good impression because you want to have repeat sales. You don't want to just sell one time and then you don't care whether the person gets a good experience from your product or service that you're offering. You got to put together a high quality product. This is one of the things that's going to guarantee repeat sales. If you do not put together a high quality product, you're not going to have repeat customers. You're just going to make that one sale and that's going to be it. And that's not what you want to do. You want to have repeat sales. You want people give them a high quality product. They go home, listen to it. They enjoy it tremendously. They come back later on and give me their opinion about what they thought about the CD. And not only would they give me their opinion about what they thought about the CD, I would take their opinions into consideration as to any future projects I wanted to work on. So I'm like, okay, yeah, they said, okay, well, I could have maybe brought my vocals up a little bit more, or somebody may have said your packaging could have been a little bit better. My packaging was always very, very well. Always very professional, and the music production was always very professional. I did all myself. When you're looking at your product, say for instance you're putting out a CD, you got to make sure that all your instruments can be clearly heard. You got to make sure your vocals sound good. All the individual instruments that you have in there sound good. You got to have lyrics that are inspiring. You got to have lyrics that are that's going to make people feel good. The music's got to make people feel good. And then also, too, one of the things that you have to understand, which is extremely important, is that the people that's going to be buying your CDs usually are going to be 25 years or older. Usually a lot of people that's under 25 years, they may not buy it because they're more interested in stealing somebody's music and listening to it. It's just the honest truth. They don't want to buy. The people that's in your age range, especially if you're a hip hop artist, they don't want to buy your CD. Many of them don't want to buy it. Many of them don't want to give you a chance. If you selling your stuff on the street, the people that's going to buy it is not going to be people that's going to be 25 years and younger. It's going to be the people that's 25 years and older. So you have to understand it. So you got to give the people what they want. And one of the things you need to understand is that if you're putting like a music CD together, people that's going to buy your CD, which is going to be 25 years and older, they're not going to want to hear all that cursing. And then you have to ask yourself a question too. As an artist, if you got a lot of cursing in your music, you can't be more creative to where you have to have some cursing in your music every time you're performing. If you are, you're not really a good artist. You should be able to write all your music and perform and sing which has as little cussing in it as possible. Because the people that's going to buy your music, which are usually 25 years and older, they're not going to want to hear all that cussing. I'm not going to want to hear all that cussing. I have no problem in coming out and supporting an artist that's trying to do something, especially if they're selling on the street. Most artists that are not well known will sell their CDs or their music videos out of the trunk of their car. And the people that's going to buy it, they're not going to want to hear all that crazy, ignorant stuff like cussing. They don't want to see all that. They don't want to hear all this stuff about glamorizing drug use or glamorizing pimping or glamorizing women, all that stupid stuff. The people that really want to buy your CDs, they don't want to hear all that. You can put together a high quality music CD without having all that craziness in it. Now, if you sit up and you think that it's impossible to do that, then look at all the artists in the past that didn't do that. There are many artists in the past that wasn't doing all that cussing, that wasn't trying to glamorize sex, drugs, and violence. There are a bunch of artists that didn't do that. So if they were able to do it, you can do that also too. Also, what makes a quality product is your packaging. There are places that you can go to get your CD manufactured and manufactured well. Now you can either ask the manufacturer of your CD to do the graphic designs of your CD cover and the spine and the inside of your CD and the back cover. You could ask them to do that, or you can go get a very good graphic artist. But one thing that you need to take a look at is that when you put together your CD, you need to ask a number of people and not your buddies. You need to ask a number of people, especially older people that's really going to be buying your product. You need to ask a number of people what they think about the cover of your CD. And if they're looking at the cover of your CD and it looks all crazy and stuff, a lot of people that have the money to buy your CD will not buy it. A lot of people that have the money to buy your CD, if your packaging looks horrible, if the packaging looks bad, if the pictures look bad, if the graphics look bad, if it looks scary or some crazy stuff like that, okay, well then the only people that's going to want to buy it is people that's younger. And like I said before, a lot of those people, they're more interested in stealing people's music as opposed to buying it. That's what I'm saying, that the folks that want to buy your CDs, that have the money to buy your CDs, are 25 years and older. They're not going to want all that cussing. They're not going to want glamorizing sex, drugs, and violence. They're not going to want all that crap. They're not going to want a CD that's glamorizing criminal behavior, robbing somebody, breaking somebody's house, or some other stupid stuff that a lot of these people be doing. That's why you have a whole lot of artists out here right now that are not getting anywhere because, number one, the quality of their music and the quality of their lyrics is very poor. You may have a full-grown adult male that is putting out a CD, and that full-grown adult male lyrics sound like a second grader wrote the lyric. There's no way that an artist can be writing lyrics and they're a full-grown adult male or they're a full-grown adult female and their music sounds like a second grader wrote the lyrics. There's no way that should even be possible. And a person should be embarrassed if your lyrics sound like a second grader wrote the lyrics, or you're an artist that the only reason why your music sounds good is because whoever put together your music for you did a good job on the music, even though the lyrics are messed up. So I know artists right now, well known, I'm not going to mention the guy's name,